Ahoy there, sugar buggers! Welcome back to another video in the What Dat Perk Do series, where I tell you what certain perks can do, what other perks synergize well with them, and I give you some builds to try out with that perk. Today's perk, because we're going in alphabetical order, is Babysitter. That's right! We finally made it to the B's, baby! The B section of perk, and I'm ever closer to some of my absolute favorite perks, and I'm getting increasingly more excited about getting there, just to show off some fun builds that I have planned. Babysitter is my boy Steve's perk. It serves as a pretty good information perk that doubles as an altruistic perk. We got to see a little bit of this showcased in the aftercare video. You get information when unhooking one of your fellow survivors because it's going to grant you 8 seconds of aura reading. So you're going to be seeing that killer's aura for up to 8 seconds. But you need to keep in mind that there is a fallback on this and they can see you too. The altruistic bit of this perk comes in the form of the other players getting unhooked by you. Because in order to utilize this perk, it requires you to be a team player. They also get a boosted speed efficiency, no pools of blood, and no scratch marks as an effect of this perk. This helps them get away and influences the killer to at least chase after you because again, your aura is revealed to them like a dangling carrot in front of a Minecraft pig. Some perks that I found to be useful in a build with Babysitter are Deliverance, an Atom perk that lets you unhook yourself the first time you're hooked on the condition that you've already unhooked a fellow player. That's where Babysitter comes in. Just make sure not to get caught first. I swear I always get hooked first when I run this perk. It's like the killers have a sixth sense to tell when you're trying to avoid them for the first half of the game. Desperate Measures is a Felix perk that is going to help you in unhooking faster depending on how many in the 4-man crew are injured at the time. You also get increased heal times. That's going to help you unhook people faster, help them to get away. Borrowed Time is a Bill perk that may help out here too if you have a particularly determined killer that's trying to force tunnel one single survivor out of the game. I've seen it many a times. And some of you may be saying, hey, we have base kit Borrowed Time, but let's be honest, you can add a little more with Borrowed Time. By using Borrowed Time, you are gifting fellow survivors the endurance and speed efficiency. It's going to give them their best chance to get away safely or at least distract the killer long enough for one gen to be finished, which is always a plus in my book. Combine them all into one build, so you have Deliverance, Desperate Measures, Borrowed Time, and Babysitter, and you have a build that is center focused around helping out your fellow teammates and trying to get the killer to focus on someone else in the game. Mainly you. This is around the time I'd like to introduce you to Medal of Man, an Ash Williams perk that allows you to not go down when you're on your 3rd protection hit. This perk, when used correctly, is going to allow the altruistic side of Babysitter to really shine through because again, if the killer is a hardcore tunneler, your chances of distracting them long enough for the gens to get done has increased exponentially. Just remember to bring a med kit to the game so that you don't have to suffer from being injured because Medal of Man does indeed require 3 hits to activate, so it's a special use perk, but one that I use often in my Babysitter builds. You can also use Empathy with your Medal of Man, so it's going to be a perk that we've seen showcased in our autodidact video. It's a Claudette perk that is going to show us the aura of injured survivors. This will be useful in knowing the general area that a survivor is about to go down in, so we know to get off our gen and head on over there to prepare to be the first ones to unhook them. Botany Knowledge would also work well to create this as a healing build to help reset teammates quickly after utilizing Babysitter. Not to mention, Empathy can be useful with the Medal of Man because you're going to know where an injured survivor is and you're going to be able to get in there and take a hit for that survivor, which is going to give you stacks on your Medal of Man. While Babysitter isn't the greatest perk to ever come to Dead by Daylight, it isn't the worst as far as information perks can go. It can be used to reset a team of survivors fairly quickly, ensure an ample time to get away for unhooked survivors, and even get you some awesome altruism points, and encourage you to be a little bit friendlier in the game. I'd use this perk if I was doing an unhook X amount of people challenge, but I don't know if I'd really use it in one of my everyday builds. Do feel free to go out there, give Babysitter a chance, and let me know if you liked it or if you like to run a different perk. And if so, what is that perk? Let me know. I'm always interested in what kind of builds you can make with this perk. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this video series. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye!